Good evening. Now, I was going to show slides, but I'm no good with the AD. It always breaks down on me. So, I want to talk about Vulcan. Now, most people know that Vulcan, if I say Vulcan, you automatically think Star Trek. Live long and prosper. How many people can do that, actually? There's lots of geeks in this room. More geeks here, Trekkie geeks, than Harry Potter geeks. Anyway, for those people who are really into Star Trek and Vulcan, Vulcan was around long before Spock was invented. 1800s, a French astronomer during the eclipse saw the planet Vulcan. It's supposed to be in closer than Mercury. It wasn't until the next eclipse, and two after that, that it was proven that it didn't exist. It was named after the Viking god who makes the swords, for those people who are into Thor, which is at the theater this week. Okay, he was the blacksmith. That's what Vulcan is. Now, NASA just came out the other day and said that Epsilon 40, which is in the constellation of the River, and most people don't know constellations anyway, but if you know Orion, just below his foot, there's this supposedly river that he drinks out of. And this is where Epsilon 40 is supposed to be Vulcan, if you think, because that's a 3-star system. So there's supposed to be 3 stars in the system. But NASA has discovered that Alpha star, the brightest star thing, has planets around it. So they're saying maybe this is really Vulcan, and the Vulcans are there. So I was totally amazed at this. Wow, Vulcan. So I had to go search this type of thing. So this summer, I went visiting my daughter in Alberta. And we were going to this national park called Buffalo Smash Your Head In Falling Off the Cliff. Which the Indians actually run the buffalo over the cliff and they smash their heads. So we were going to this site because this sounded good. So we were driving down the road. And my eye caught the sign, Vulcan, 55 kilometers. I said, we got to go there. And we drove, and then said, Vulcan, 35 kilometers. Oh, we got to go. Vulcan, 10 kilometers. And I said to my daughter, we're going in. And I turned in, and there, the Enterprise, just as you enter into Vulcan. I couldn't believe it. This big Enterprise ship, right? And it's on this big pillar, and in Vulcan it says, welcome to Vulcan, in Vulcanese. The other side it says, Earth people, welcome to Vulcan. And the other side, in Klingon, says, who the hell wants to go to Vulcan? So I turned in, because I was saying, please, we got to go see this man. And we're driving, and all the streets have aliens' faces on them, named after Vulcans. I said, great man, great, great, great. So then we're going down, and there, from episode 35, number 3, the space station, you got to admit this, is the town hall, Chamber of Commerce, and the Gene Roddenberry Memorial Spaceship. And the space shuttle is right next to it, man. So it pulls in. It's out, man. I was in Vulcan. And it was beautiful, right? And there's a stone, and it's dedicated to Ron Jeremy. And the space station is out. I couldn't believe this, that this town hall, Chamber of Commerce actually said this. So I walked in. And as you walk in the doors open this way. Shh, shh, just like on the shuttle. You walk in, and the receptionist is in her favorite costume suit. Everybody there was in their favorite thing. There was the early bird, astronomy, Star Trekkies, the Next Generation, Voyager, and all life-size cut-out images. And memorabilia all over the place of Star Trek. Now, you're in just 7 heaven if you're a Trekkie. And this is in the middle of nowhere, right? So I'm going, why do they have this? Anyway, they have a bridge where you can sit down and put the costume on and get your picture taken. Take your own picture on the bridge with whoever you want, all life-size cutouts. I got Captain Kirk on my side here. A couple of cutouts were stolen, I was told. Right. And then they have this game, the Star Trek game. You pay your bucks, and you open up and go, and you're on the bridge, a life-size bridge. And if you ever watch CSI, and there's the big screen and you're doing this, that's how you play the game. Torpedoes! Incoming pressure! It is fantastic. It is the nerd place of Trekkieville. So I'm going there, and I'm going, oh, I gotta have this shirt for this, and I gotta get this mug, and I gotta get this stuff. And my daughter says, I gotta take your credit card. I'm saying, why? She said, you're going over the limit here. She says, besides, we've got to go to Smashing Pumpkins Buffalo. Anyway, here I am in my lovely thing, Vulcan. I discovered Vulcan, you know, and I was talking to the girl, the receptionist, and she said, do you know that Vulcan, Alberta? It's mainly farming, just like Vulcan in Vulcan. And they have a year Vulcan week where all the Trekkies over the world can walk down any street and not feel like they're being looked at. They're Vulcaneers, and these people have their Vulcaneers. You can't believe this. Vulcaneers on, I mean, it was just second heaven. Anyway, I said, you know, what's this about? And they said, well, our industry died. It died out. And in 1995, he said, a group of people got together and said, what are we going to do to keep our town alive? And they said, well, we got all these crazy people that come off the road and see our Vulcan sign and ask us, where the hell is Vulcan? And go, nanu, nanu, and all this. Right? And they said, well, why don't we create this environment? So they did. They have created this whole environment. They built the space station and stuff like this all year round. Their employees in their, you know, city hall type of thing, is the space station is it. And they take in all this stuff, you know, all this stuff. They've put themselves on the map again. They're now in the red rather than the, in the black rather than the red. Because everybody knows if you're in a red suit and thing, you're dead anyway. So they're all around. And matter of fact, when we left, because my daughter gave me back my credit card, the girl said, what do you want to eat? Do you want to eat real food, or do you want Vulcan food, or Klingon food? We do have those restaurants here. And I said, this is great. Let's go see Smashing Bunkin Head, whatever. And I left Vulcan, but my heart will always be there. It's great to see how a small town that's dying out and people are leaving recreate itself. And last year, when the new Star Trek show came out, okay, Mr. Spock, Leonard Nimoy, sent the whole community, because he couldn't get the movie to open up in Vulcan, sent them all to Edmonton to see the movie. And if you ever go to see Vulcan, Alberta. Live long and prosper. Beam me up.